Oh my gosh, what is up you guys? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, my name is Mariel and I make reaction videos. If my eyes are red, oh my god, it's because I've been like coughing so much again. Y'all, I'm getting sick again. Did I just get better? But it's okay. It's fine. Anyways, Happy New Year guys! We're gonna kick off things by reacting to none other than CashualChuck's SB19, the ultimate sound break. Y'all, Yo, I'm manifesting that I could see them again this year because it's been a minute and I miss them, okay? And I'm trying to take my parents and my brother because they want to see. They want to see. My dad and mom went with me the first time to their concert when they came to LA. So, you know, be nice to take them again. Oh my gosh. Alright, before I get started, please consider subscribing, leave a like, comment any recommendations you may have, and follow my social medias. I'll be linked in the description below. And let's see, anything else that I need to address? There will be a GoFundMe link because one of my friends, she was diagnosed and she's currently trying to recover from all the medical expenses and everything, and yeah, she's currently having to undergo treatment and everything. So if you guys can, if not, that's totally fine. If you guys can just share the link, that'd be more than enough. And yeah, so yeah, let's get started. I missed you guys. It's been so long, and I'm sorry for like being away for a while. You know, Christmas has been busy, and so has New Year. And on top of that, I was getting my last of my trainings in. So yeah, let me know how your guys' Christmas and New Year was, or holidays overall, because I know not everybody celebrates Christmas, but you know, how was your guys' holidays? Let me know in the comments. Alright guys, without any further ado, let's get started. Alright, let's get this video started.
When you hear the words pop music and the best boy band, who comes to mind?
Gee, the BTS?
What if I told you that the most overlooked boy group in our generation might be these guys?
My pride and Joyce? My pride and Joyce.
In the last 6 years, these guys turned a small Korean entertainment company into a company that produced the greatest P-pop group ever.
Yup. Period. He knows. Legends on legends.
You don't accomplish that without making a few enemies. Some of them coming from unexpected places. But behind the group are 5 driven men who were about to transform what was once a laughingstock genre in music into the fastest.
Oh, that was a time.
Ever since we had this goal, and not just for us, but for the entire
Feeling ko hindi pa natin nakukuha yung recognition na dapat para.
Hold on. Give me 1 second, y'all. I have to cough so hard. Alright guys. Sorry.
Between disbanding before they even debuted,
all hope is lost parang nung time na yun.
Becoming industry outcasts and getting bashed by their own countrymen.
You know what I don't get? Do they... Okay. Having reporters and, you know, other people, like, you know, basically people to interview them, to ask them if they're gay, like... Is that supposed to be derogatory? Like, what is wrong with that? I know that they're not, but like, if they were, what is wrong with that? Can someone explain to me what is wrong with that? Because who people go to bed with at night and at home, it's none of your business. If they're happy, they're happy. It's not hurting nobody. Is it hurting you guys? No, not hurting me. It's just, that question in general just makes me so angry. You don't understand. Anyways.
Between disbanding before they even debuted,
all hope is lost parang nung time na yun.
Becoming industry outcasts and getting bashed by their own countrymen.
I always hated. I always hated. This is gonna stir the pot a little bit, but like I had this conversation with my dad plenty of times, but like, cause I've been told I was not Filipino enough because clearly I don't speak Tagalog, but I do understand it enough to like get by. But I always one of the things that I just hated about being, you know, Filipino was the crab mentality. Like, you can't win without them trying to drag you down too. Like, y'all can win too. Like, I'm not stopping you guys from winning as well. Like, I don't get it. And the fact that they're doing this to SB19 is like, it just, hello? Make sense? Like, you guys want your people to, you know, make it globally, but at the same time, you won't support them? I'm not talking about the people that are clearly 18, but, or like, you know, that support them in general, even if it's not like being in the fandom, but just being supportive of their music every now and then. But those people that are just constantly just talking the most trash, like, it doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't sit well with me ever. I don't know, I feel like, at least like from what I see, a lot of like my fellow Phil-Ams that are like in my generation, we're trying to break that, because like, but then, you know, obviously it comes off as disrespectful. Well, that's for another video. We'll talk about that another time, maybe not. But if you guys want to have that discussion in the comments, we can. All right, let's go back. Also, this reporter, the audacity. Do y'all not know how genetics work? Anyways.
Is lost parang nung time na yun.
Becoming industry outcasts and getting bashed by their own countrymen.
Parang grupo na hindi naman makakataasa ng tapos ng ilong. Parang talagang original.
Oo.
The rise of SB19 may not be the greatest Filipino success story ever.
Maganda kasi yung revenge kasi talaga yung success na ipapakita mo sa mga hindi na ninyo.
But it certainly is the most inspiring one.
It quite is. Also, let me give like my props to CashualChuck, because he knows how to put together a video. I'm telling y'all, it's like a movie. It's a whole movie, a whole production. And the fact that he's just doing this, you know, just for funsies. He didn't have to do it, but he did it. Period. Oh my god, that wasn't your Osborne.
This is called Triple, a group of talented performers and comedians from Korea you've probably never heard of. They were formed back in 1994 when the word K-pop hasn't even been invented. In 2002, one of the members made the biggest mistake of his life, which would change the entire course of P-pop history. That member was Jung Song Han. It all started when he left the trio in 2002 to become an entrepreneur. Cult Triple became Cult 2. Most of their fans thought that Song Han's decision was a huge mistake because the remaining members started racking up different awards in the entertainment industry. If he only stuck around, he would have gotten those awards too. But this man's decision was final. He used all of his savings to build an event organizing company called ShowBT Entertainment. Today we know him as Tatang Robin. Fast forward to 2015. The fight of the century just happened. One Direction's Drag Me Down was all over the radio, and Big Bang was the biggest K-pop.
Oh my god, Taeyang will always be my husband. Oh my god! Sorry, focus.
Chances are, you have never heard of them.
Oh no.
But somewhere in Makati, Philippines, an audition was held. Tatang Robin was looking for young talents who would be part of the package of their service as an event organizers. Talents who can perform on their own but can also serve as backup dancers and singers to their main performers.
Oh, they had to be
One
strong,
of the main
strong.
attractions of the set audition was if you're good enough, you might just debut as a member of Show BT's first ever P-pop group to undergo a Korean-style training.
Woo!
Filipinos don't get opportunities like that so often, so hundreds of talents applied, but only 30 made it as trainees.
Oh, dang.
They were initially called the Show BT Musical Gala Team, but then later dubbed as Narra, which in Korean means country and also happens to be the national tree of the Philippines. If you're a fan who is deep into the P-pop scene, you would recognize some of the future P-pop stars, but one of the most notable ones is this guy. On
Wait
the
a
first day of
minute.
training, one guy stood out because he was just alone standing awkwardly in the corner.
Twin!
He was facing the wall and making hand gestures as if he was rapping in front of it.
Nakatayo siya sa gilid. Ano nang gagawin? Sabi ko, ano ginagawa niya? Nag-ritual ba sa gilid?
That guy was John Pablo.
Ah, yes, the love of my life.
He always wanted to be a performer. As a young dreamer, he joined several competitions as a soloist and also as a member of the K-pop dance cover group called PHP.
Oh.
In training, he was the guy who shows up early and leaves late despite juggling a full-time
My
job as
boy
a
with the
data analyst
commitment.
to help provide for his family. He was selected due to his undeniable diligence and leadership qualities. He is known to have critically acclaimed songwriting ability. Some of my sources even said that he had already written dozens of songs.
He is
at
a
this
creative
time.
man.
He's also a badass rapper.
Yes, he
He's
is.
often called a genius, but
Period.
consistently ignited because he claimed to be just a hard worker. This made him the destined leader of the group. He was known as Sejin at the time, but later would be known as Pablo.
Yes! Me acting like
30
people are
trainees
sleeping
are a
themselves.
lot of trainees. It would take a very observant person with an eye for talent to notice Pablo in that corner. So who is that observant person with an eye for talent? Well, he was also a trainee.
Ooh.
Sylvester Ahero. He was only a kid when he started competing as a performer. As a dancer, he racked up win after
Oh,
win
hey,
on a national
hey.
level with his school crew and became their official choreographer, teaching crewmates 2 to 3 years older
Yep.
than him. He later joined a dance
That's
group
how you
called
know.
Seon and went on to win international titles. Stell obviously worked so hard.
Yes, he
Amidst his
did.
studies and competitions, he also worked part-time as a McDonald's service crew and teaching dance to kids with special needs. There was a
Stop,
point that
I
he worked
didn't
too
know
hard
that. Stop it. And you know how I feel about that? That part right there is personal. Cause being someone in the dance community myself, a lot of teachers do not take on students with disabilities. So knowing this, my heart is so full. You don't understand. Anyways, go back.
Amidst his studies and competitions, he also worked part-time as a McDonald's service crew and teaching dance to kids with special needs. There was a point that he worked too hard that he wound up in the hospital.
Oh no, the
His poor
stress.
health caused him to lose his earnings and nearly his life.
Oh.
Fortunately, he was able to recover. This made him the obvious choice to become the choreographer of the group. But little did they know that dancing wasn't his only talent. As a kid, he joined the school choir to become the only male soprano and only improved
Yeah, because
as he
Stell
got
is just
older.
that biz.
He easily became
He's
the
that
main heavyweight
biz.
voice of the group because his vocals were just
Oh my god, wait, this is not the concert I went to, period. Ah! Yes, okay.
Unlike Pablo, Stell was very friendly to everyone. In fact, one of his closest friends also auditioned and made it as a trainee. This friend is nothing to be trifled with because having the worst upbringing among the others made him the strongest when it comes down to pure guts and determination.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Cullen Santos.
Yeah.
He left home at the age of 16 and it was his decision. From growing up in a toxic environment to being physically abused as a kid by their nanny. I'm talking about getting poured candle wax all over their body.
That's evil.
At an early age, he experienced what it felt like to be a member of a middle-class family that went rock bottom in just a matter of months. They get evicted from medium-sized apartments to increasingly smaller rooms. It came to a point when his family had nothing to eat with rice but ketchup and salt. They had no permanent address. Because of that, Josh and his sister dropped out of school multiple times, so they got bullied at school for being repeaters. Sometimes he would even get into fistfights for defending her. Josh had enough of this, so he decided to leave to become independent and started working as an internet cafe attendant. Using his own income, he took the alternative learning system to attain his high school degree.
Period.
He initially had no background in performing. Not until he found Stell performing with his dance group called Seon. Josh became an instant fan, and when they connected, Stell became his mentor, which led to them becoming co-members, and they went on to win numerous K-pop dance cover competitions all over Asia. They even met BTS during one of their winning runs in Korea.
Bangtan
So from
Sonyeon.
champions to trainees. What else is in store for them?
I think it's so funny because I'm literally wearing a Namjoon shirt. Anyways. Come on, Mamma Mia.
From then on, their lives became all about performing in small events and training.
We had one mentor when we were training. Tapos, more on personality development siya. Tapos, presenting ourselves on stage.
We had no idea that the Korean-style training they went through
It's far, far from what they've been doing sa Korea.
was
Oh,
nothing
yeah.
but a mere marketing strategy.
Yep.
But yung skill-wise, parang ganun. We were left on our own.
What? The mannequin
Left
challenge?
alone to fend for themselves,
That's
sharing
the BTS
knowledge
show for me.
from each other with the hope of making the cut. Some sources told me that Pablo had to record some of their vocal sessions to effectively coach his co-trainees. All of that without salary. This went on for
Ouch.
roughly a couple of years, and I don't know about you guys, but this for me sounded kind of brutal. It's not easy to
You
keep
would-
doing the same thing over and over.
I think like at a certain point you would start thinking that it's a scam. You know? Especially like you're doing all this work but getting no pay. Not even like a minimum. And if I remember correctly, some trainees did get paid. But then again, remembering that in BTS, Yoongi literally had a part-time job. Anyways, that's for another conversation. Let's continue.
And over again without any form of guidance. They were also kept in the dark about their debut date. So frustration
That's
started
not
brewing
good.
until it reached the point when it only took one trigger to call it quits. On one seemingly normal training day, all trainees were already in the studio, except for Josh.
Oh,
On the same morning, the train broke down.
Nasira yung MRT during that time. Nasira yung MRT. So,
Sinuspindi ang operasyon ng MRT dahil sa power outage.
It wasn't really an accident, but this would still worry anyone, especially the trainees, because it's highly unusual for Josh to miss training. Later that morning, Josh arrived. His co-trainees felt relieved because Josh turned out to be safe. You would think that their company would react the same way, right? Wrong. They decided to terminate his training.
na-late ako. Tapos tinanggal ako.
That
but like
was the
that
trigger.
was like
Nung tinanggal po ako, nag-quit din yung mga grupo ko. Nag-quit din sila kasi parang naging trigger na point na kung tatanggalin mo si Josh,
Umalis kami.
because I mean like if that doesn't like make you want to quit, because that means that you got, if you think about it, you'd basically be money cash cows for the company and how it kind of works here in America. But like but like I don't know, it's so dumb like how these companies really don't give a single rat's poop about you. Like I never understood that, especially like in the entertainment thing, because then like imagine the bad rep you would get if you lost one of your members that way. That's kind of so tragic. And then like to say that you're gonna that's I don't know. That seems like bad practice to me, but okay. Especially if they want to grow as a company. But, you know, that's just me. Maybe I'm overthinking everything. Let's go.
Sa grupo,
Ganun mo lang kadali itapon yung lahat ng efforts and passion tsaka dreams namin.
Show BT had two choices: to keep all trainees or to keep no trainees. The company
Bad business practice if
chose
they
the
let them go.
latter.
Oh, they
Everyone
dumb
left
them.
except for Stell.
parang si Stell lang yung nag-iwan po nun talaga sa
That company
training-
dum-dum.
training room. Tapos, talagang down na down lahat.
Si Stell natira kasi doon during that time.
Stell set aside all his frustration and remained focused on his goal, while Pablo
Fair.
was devastated.
All hope is lost parang nung time na yun.
In Josh's case, we can only imagine the pain he must have felt to have been booted out of his dreams. Days passed, everyone still feeling down about that incident. Then Pablo's phone receives a message.
Brother, bumalik ka na, brother.
It was Josh. Out of all the trainees, the guy that got sent packing was the same guy who actively convinced everyone to continue chasing their dreams. Perhaps this was the sheer guts and determination from his life experiences in full display. Pablo hurried back to the studio to find Stell alone. But not for long. Josh came back next and took the initiative to convince the company to have them back.
Pumunta lang po ako doon at syempre kung kailangan na magpakiusap.
So back to training, they went.
Hindi na lang pagkahiwalay yung grupo, pero bumalik sila kasi hindi nila ako
There was only 3 of them for a while. Then a few other trainees started coming back. So Show BT put together a talent workshop to get more talents to keep the business going.
Well, yeah, they would have
was
to.
Batch 1. This was Batch 2.
Target locked.
Justin
Wait a
Dios.
minute. My bestie?
He got scouted right away because he was a very good-looking guy. And
My
Justin is
bestie?
a singer and dancer. When he joined, he immediately saw a familiar face in Josh.
Not that face. I'm sorry.
Apparently, Josh told Justin about the workshop because the two already had a stint performing together in a dance cover group called Zero to Hero. So Justin as well wasn't new in the world of performing. He auditioned to be a part of the televised Pinoy boy band Superstar, but he didn't even make it to the live auditions.
Oh no.
Perhaps it was fate. That group is nowhere to be found
Oh.
today. Justin obviously deserved better. He
Period.
went on to finish his college degree.
Look at him,
in
so
arts
handsome.
and training, which earned him a filmmaking skill that
Period.
proved very crucial to their success in the future.
Baby had a vision.
With Justin on board, this completed their prototype boy group. It's composed of
Why does
Justin,
that sound familiar?
Pablo, Stell, Josh, Zeno, Kurt, and JP. They did multiple test runs leading up to their entry to
That group
Pinoy
sounds
K-pop
familiar.
Star 2017.
Oh, that's
They
probably
performed
why.
B-Day by Icon in an epic fashion, but they didn't win. At this point, Show BT seemed to have hit a roadblock. The group felt like something was missing. I don't exactly know what happened to Zeno, Kurt, and JP. They either quit or Show BT felt the need to let go of them and get someone who could take this already great group of guys and push them to achieve the next level. The extraordinary level. This year's in the making project of Show BT needed to reach its peak. So they started the online auditions. When Josh heard about it, he was like, I know a guy. The guy he was talking about was a pain in his butt because their groups have clashed multiple times in their early dance competitions and their battles were always neck and neck. That guy's name was Felip John Suson.
Yup.
He was such a specimen. He was so naturally gifted that excelling in sports looked like a walk in the park for him.
Who
He
is
grew up in
he?
the church under the care of his grandparents. He was an artistic kid, so he was active as an editorial cartoonist in school.
Period.
Nobody taught him how to play musical instruments. He taught himself by just listening to the music, so he ended up becoming a southpaw guitarist, but he later then fixed it as he learned more. He was also
he's that
singer as a
biz.
kid. Every
He's
time
also
there
that
was a
biz.
family gathering, he was always forced to sing karaoke by his relatives. But when he hit puberty, he lost confidence in his voice because he could no longer hit high notes. But his confidence came back after being mentored by Pablo, who taught him how to harness his unique low voice that
Period.
seemingly sounds like it came from the underworld. When it comes to dance, he didn't know he could do it until he was forced to in order to get good grades during their school intramurals. After discovering dance, he transformed from a guy who didn't know it to someone who can fly.
Someone
Because of his
send me
raw
that photo.
talent, he ended
Okay,
up
because I already
teaching
need to
dance
use
to the
it.
entire school and continued on to join the dance group called Amigo 7, a would-be rival
Oh.
of Josh and Stell's group, Say On.
We're gonna take a little break here because my light turned off. So let's pause this video real fast and then we'll come back. Yeah, okay, cool. Alright guys, I had to let my light cool down because it overheated and turned off. So let's get back into this. Oh my goodness.
School intramurals. After discovering dance, he transformed from a guy who didn't know it to someone who can fly.
Period.
Because of his raw talent, he ended up teaching dance to the entire school and continued on to join the dance group called Amigo 7, a would-be rival of Josh and Stell's group, Say On. It quickly became a reverse if you can't beat them, then join them kind of deal. So Josh recruited Ken. But
Are you
there was a
open-minded?
problem. He was hundreds of islands away and didn't have the money. What did Josh do? He shelled out for his plane ticket.
Oh, period.
Nothing else to lose, Philip went and left his previous life in the countryside. He then trained with the boys and officially debuted with them as Ken, the main dancer, the bass vocalist, and the lead rapper of the group. One thing to note is that they were an unlikely bunch because they wouldn't have met each other if Tatang Robin stayed with his already successful group in Korea. Justin didn't make it in his first audition, so he almost didn't try again.
Y'all, it
until
was just
Josh
fate
told
at
him
this
to do
point.
So. And Ken wouldn't even have the opportunity to join if the show BT trainees didn't come back after that quitting incident. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the butterfly effect.
Yup.
When a small and seemingly insignificant occurrence has a rippling effect through time, leading to a consequential event sometime long after the initial event. Or as Google would put it, the phenomenon whereby a minute localized change in a complex system can have large effects elsewhere. Tatang Robin's so-called mistake back in 2002 led to forming the future P-pop Kings. In 2018, SB19 was formed. The name of the group was carefully picked. The number 19 is the sum of Korea and the Philippines country code digits, 82 and 63. So 8 plus 2 plus 6 plus 3 is 19.
Sorry, I'm bad at
If you
math, y'all.
subtract both numbers, you also get the same result. SB doesn't only mean show BT. It is also about their ultimate goal for Pinoy sound to break into the music industry, which is fearlessly represented by this phrase. Sound break.
Yup. Let's go. Yup. Yup. Oh, so that was that video. Quite intense. It was quite a movie. It was literally a movie. This actually gives me a lot more insight to the group because, I mean, yeah, I did my own research about them, like, for, like, the last few years. But, you know, a lot of my information came from my dad, and a lot of my dad's information came from... Surprisingly, it came from, you know, it came from CashualChuck. So, yeah. I mean, also my dad did his own research too, but, like, still, like, it's just, if, like, you need evidence of, like, the butterfly effect working, Here it is. I have learned so much just within the 19 minutes, you know, like it all makes sense because like how they all came together and how it just makes sense, how the story kind of basically makes sense. And then like I said, let me give my props to CashualChuck because he knows how to put a video together. He knows how to story tell and like to keep you engaged at that too. So like Chuck, you the one. You the one. Like, let's go. You the one. Yeah. Guys, I'm so tired. And I'm so sick. But like this is why I love watching videos like this. Like as much as I love like reacting to the music videos and everything, it's like learning more about people that you love and stuff. Like it's quite entertaining as well too. And like you want to know their backstory and how they got to where they were and like how that affects their music and everything. So this all makes sense. And it just makes you appreciate them a little more. If you don't already appreciate them enough, this makes you appreciate them a lot more. Yeah, so that was my reaction to this video. If you enjoyed watching, please consider subscribing, leave a like, comment, recommendations you may have, and follow my social medias. I'll be linked in the description below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. And Happy New Year again, guys. Be safe. Have a lovely new year. And I hope you guys get everything that you wish for and like stay so healthy and just have like just the best year. Just have the best year, y'all. Alright guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.